This woman, Mary McFate, is suspected of spying for the NRA by infiltrating gun control groups. An investigative report in Mother Jones, a widely read liberal magazine, found that she worked for an intelligence gathering company hired by the NRA. She even had an alleged spy name. It was Mary Sapone, Mary Mary. Joining us now, Angus McQuilkin. He's with one of the groups that was allegedly infiltrated. Also with us is the guy who broke the story, reporter James Ridgway. All right, interestingly enough, fellas, this story's all over the place. The Associated Press, the Philadelphia Inquirer, ABC News has picked it up, we've picked it up. But there's no response from the NRA to us or to anybody else. I wonder, as a reporter, why do you think this is?
Well, I don't know. I think the NRA maybe was caught flat-footed. I think that they didn't expect this coming down.
Angus, let me come back to you with this. What can you tell us about Mary? Was anybody there at your organization ever suspicious?
Well, by all outward appearances, this person appeared to be a committed advocate. But in retrospect, one thing we note is that she always seemed very capable of paying her own way to conferences and meetings all around the country. Most activists can't afford to do that. Now we know why she could afford to do that. She was bankrolled by the deep pockets of the gun lobby.
But allegedly. Did she fake you out?
Well, I think there's a sense of betrayal, certainly. But the betrayal is not just from one person. Really, this is a betrayal of the public trust by the gun lobby and the gun industry. And they have a lot of explaining to do.
As you look at this story, you begin to wonder, obviously, the ethics are a problem. But is there any illegality here? James, have you looked into this?
Well, the illegality is unknown, we have this big, powerful organization and a lot of these small little groups. And the idea of using a big, powerful organization to, penetrate these places, I don't know what the legality or illegality of it is, but it certainly raises questions about propriety, put it like that.
What were they trying to do? What were they trying to accomplish with something like this?
Well, they were, number one, they were trying to get inside the thing and figure out who, what was going to happen, who was going to do what to whom. And there was a bunch of legal issues here. And there may have been efforts to, take a look at some of the early workings, lawyer workings on papers in legal cases.
Well, it seems wrong. Certainly it seems un-American to most of us. You just don't spy on other Americans, and you don't do it in such a, in such an underhanded and certainly organized way. But as I'm having this conversation with you, I think a lot of people at home are probably thinking the same thing. How common is this, do you think? Do you think other organizations might be doing something like this? Angus, you give this a go.
Well, I think the lesson learned here is it's possible to do. We've taken the step we can take. We've removed this person from our board. Grassroots organizations are never going to have the resources to conduct a full background check on every person who presents themselves and says they want to volunteer. What we can do and are doing is adopting a stronger conflict of interest policy for board members. And we're also reviewing all of our legal options, both regarding the person who perpetrated this fraud and the organizations that paid her.
James, let me ask you the question that my editors here at CNN would ask me after I filed a story like this. Do you feel like you've nailed this thing down? Because, the NRA is not responding at all.
Yeah, I think it's nailed down. It's all nailed down, not by some sort of undercover work, but it's all done through legal papers, depositions in cases, in court cases. It's all totally nailed down as far as I'm concerned.
Final question. What does this tell us about the NRA? Either one of you.
Well, I think it's telling that the NRA won't talk to the media about this. They're usually not shy about sharing their opinion. I think they don't want to answer the biggest question of all, which is how far did this web of deception extend? Was this just about one person they were paying to do their dirty work? Or is there a whole network of people that they're paying to do their dirty work all around the country, some of whom might still be in place?
Yeah, I think that's exactly right. That's exactly the question.
We'll continue to ask it as well. James Ridgway, who broke the story, and Angus McQuilkin was one of the organizations that allegedly was infiltrated. And once again, just to be fair, we continue to invite the NRA, if they wish to make comment on the story, to reach us here, and we'll be happy to provide their information to the viewers as well.